So these are the ingredients for the aioli. But before we get too far into this, I just want to explain what an aioli is. Okay, it's an emulsification. Sort of like when you have oil and vinegar, they don't mix together unless there's an emulsifier that'll bring them together. And a lot of times that's mustard. So an aioli is pretty similar. And all you need for an aioli is garlic and oil. And there's compounds in here that will naturally emulsify those two items. So you don't need all of this. But all this is flavor. And I'm using an egg. So technically, by old school standards, this isn't a aioli, it's more of a mayo. But a modern aioli is considered okay to have an egg in it. So what I have besides the garlic, of course, is a lemon, you see, the egg. I have baby dill here, peanut oil, olive oil, salt, mustard, horseradish. Now I'm making this sauce for a salmon steak that I'm making. So dill goes quite well with salmon, and so does lemon. And the horseradish will give you a nice little tangy effect to it all. Not going to add a lot. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prep my garlic. So here's my beautiful garden garlic. Now you see how large the cloves actually are. That's one clove right there. It's another one. Oh boy, this smells so good. Okay, so there was 4 cloves in that one bulb. Now I'm only going to use 1 clove. I'm going to use the smallest one. I'm just pulling the skin off. Cut that in half. I have a small bowl here, and I'm going to use a little olive oil, just enough to cover those. Now I'm going to cook these on the stove top. I'm going to simmer these for about 5-6 minutes perhaps. And then I'll test it to see how soft it is. I want it nice and soft. So it's been about 5-6 minutes, and they're soft enough. I can tell by sticking a little knife into it. I didn't want to give it any color. And all the flavor of the garlic is within the oil now, so that's in garlic infused oil, and that's going to be incorporated into the aioli. That is not trash. Okay, I'm going to let this cool down because it's too hot to handle, and then I'll proceed from there. So let's make this aioli. The The garlic is nice and softened up. And what I'm going to do is put that through a garlic press. Now you don't really have to cook them in the oil like I did, but I think it makes it more mellow as opposed to just using raw garlic. Okay, I have my 1 egg yolk, just the yolk. And I'm going to put in juice of half a lemon. Okay, now I'm just going to start mixing them up. Now I have a heavy bowl here, and I have a dish rag that's been soaked in water. This way it doesn't move around on me. And what I'm going to do is add the oil. I have a half cup of peanut oil. You have to use a neutral oil for this. Now I still have the oil left over from the frying or boiling the garlic. So I don't want to throw that away. I'm going to add that in first, very slowly. Starting to slowly thicken up. It's getting a little thicker. Now I'm going to start adding the peanut oil. Again, slowly and stirring constantly. You don't want to add too much oil or else it won't incorporate into the sauce. Okay, so after about 10 minutes of constant stirring, this is what I have. I added a half cup of peanut oil. That was the last ingredient. I like the consistency, but now I'm going to season it up. I have a tablespoon of fresh baby dill. I'm going to give it 1 tablespoon of Dijon, and I'm going to give it about a teaspoon and a half of the horseradish. I'm going to add some lemon rind to this. So between the lemon rind and the lemon juice, you're going to have a nice, vibrant flavor. And this can be used on just about anything. Tacos, you can use it as a dip with vegetables. Garlic is healthy. Goes with any type of fish, meat. Now this will keep for about a week in the fridge. I haven't tasted it for salt yet, so let me do that right now. Very nice. I am going to add a little salt though. That was about 1/4 teaspoon. Try that again. Wow. Okay, folks. That was just a mouthful of flavor. Okay, I'm going to cook me a salmon steak and then put my new sauce on the salmon steak. And in the meantime, the ingredients will come together even more as it settles down, and it's going to be a nice sauce. Mexican street corn. My interpretation. Okay, first thing you have to have is grilled corn. You cannot use boiled corn. This has much more taste to it when you grill it because you're caramelizing the natural sugars in the corn, and it just brings out so much more flavor. You can really taste the nutty flavor of the corn. So I have 2 ears here. I have my garlic aioli here. And I'm going to reference that at the end of this video in case you want to make it yourself. Okay, garlic aioli on. You want to use a liberal amount. I tell you, I've been really using up this garlic aioli. It is so good on so many things. Okay. Now I have Parmesan cheese. And I have cilantro. Trying to even it out. Mexican street corn. So now on a clean plate, you have served your Mexican street corn. Let me take a bite of this. Come to Papa. That has so much taste on so many levels. Once you've tried this, you're not going to want to go back to just butter on your corn. So good. Okay, folks. My mother told me that it's impolite to talk while you're eating, so hope you enjoyed this little video. And as always, throw me a bone, please.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.